Hi, I'm Allie Mahalik, and today I'm going to be telling the story of The Lion and the Mouse. It's one of Aesop's fables, and today I'm going to be performing it from the first-person view of the mouse. I had just escaped the snake. It has been a really rough morning. I understand I'm low on the totem pole, but I do not appreciate trying to be eaten by a snake or a lion or an owl or anything else for that matter. It's just not fun. So I was just wanting to go home. I just wanted to relax, maybe take a nap, eat some cheese and crackers. Cheese. I just wanted to get home. And so I was walking on my way when all of a sudden, I felt this pinch in my tail and it hurt. And I tried walking and I just couldn't keep moving. So I turned around and looked to see what was behind me. And all of a sudden there was this huge lion and his paw was right on my tail. "Cheese and crackers!" I exclaimed out of fright. The lion looked and was like, "No, I just want to eat you. Although some wine wouldn't be bad to go with you." And I was so scared and I couldn't believe it. He picked me up by my tail and was just dangling there. And it was so close to his mouth that I could feel his breath on my face. And it smelled like spit. And I was panicking. I was like, "Please don't eat me. I could be your friend. I could help you sometime." And he just stopped and was like, "How could you possibly help me? You're just a mouse." And I had to keep going and I was like, "You never know what small friends could do. I could come in handy someday." The lion, you could tell, was just not buying this. He was just so tempted to just eat me. But finally, out of nowhere, he just dropped me and I plopped to the ground. It was really hard and dusty and I breathed in some of the dirt. But he told me, and he just said, "You're trying so hard to avoid this, I'm just going to let you go this time. But next time, you won't be so lucky." And I said, thank you, you won't regret this, I promise." But I didn't want to take anything for granted, so I ran away as fast as I could so that he couldn't change his mind. And I got home and I was so thankful. A couple days later, I ran into the lion again, but it was on much more unfortunate circumstances for him. You see, he was tied up to a tree by a bunch of ropes. And I went up to the lion and I was like, "Why are you tied to this tree?" And finally he came back at me and he looked back at me and he said, "Some humans, they captured me and they tied me to this tree and I can't escape." And I looked at him and I was like, "Well, maybe I can help you." He looked at me and thought I was ridiculous because he said, "How can you, a tiny mouse, possibly help me?" And I just said, "You wait and see." And I crawled over, got to one of the ropes, and I started gnawing at it. And I kept gnawing at it until finally, snap, it broke. And I moved over to the next rope and same thing. And I just kept gnawing at it until finally that one snapped too. And it took me a little while, but I finally set the lion free. And I said, "See, I told you you wouldn't regret not eating me. I just saved your life and now you're free from the humans." And he humbly looked down at me and he said, "Thank you. I was wrong about you." And all I could say was, little friends can prove to be great friends. And that's The Lion and the Mouse from the mouse's perspective. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed it.